Hey guys, what's up? How's it going? It's John. Thank you so much for tuning in. I really appreciate that, guys. Thank you also for subscribing and turning on that notification bell. Thank you, guys. This video, I want to take a closer look at a new item I got recently in the mail. It's a line of miniature 1/6 scale arcade cabinets called Replicate. I'll put a link to their website below in the description box if you guys are interested in finding out more information and where you can get it. These are cool. It's a cool line. This is a third in the series. Previously, they've released Tempest, which is an awesome Atari arcade game, as well as Centipede. Both are great Atari games, classics. It's the first one by Capcom. Now, this is obviously a licensed, official licensed Capcom product. It includes two games. It includes Street Fighter II Championship Edition, as well as Super Street Fighter II. Street Fighter II Championship Edition came out in the arcades in 1992, March 1992. I was 11 years old when it came out, and I remember really waiting in line to play this. It was arguably, Street Fighter 2 is probably the best arcade sequel of all time. I'm curious, can you guys think of other game sequels or arcade sequels that are better than Street Fighter 2? I'm sure there's some out there, but this is definitely one of the best fighting games out there of all time. I think it definitely it's safe to say without this game, the success of Street Fighter 2 and what Capcom did to the fighting franchise, we wouldn't see fighting games like they are today, right? This is a hugely influential game. What was different between Championship Edition and the original Street Fighter 2 is that you can play also for the bosses, and they tweak some of the fighting mechanics a little bit for each of the fighters to balance them out a little bit more. And also, I don't know, not many people have played Street Fighter 1, but it is ported to the TurboGrafx 16 CD, I believe. It's called Fighting Street, if you guys want to check it out. But long story short, great game, and Replicate did a really great job with really doing a high quality version of this. And what's cool about the box, let me just show you the box real quick, because this is really cool. It's the attention detail. Like, check this out. This is kind of like, it's kind of a clam box, opens up on the side, but even there on the side, it has screenshots of the different characters, kind of overview of what a world. Now, what's cool also about this, and it's different than the previous arcade games that they've released, is this is 2-in-1. The previous Centipede and Tempest only had those games in it. This features Street Fighter II Championship Edition, as well as Super Street Fighter II Turbo, which also introduced 4 new characters. Great port for the Super Nintendo, of course, home port, and also comes with a secondary joystick and controls, so you can play 2-player on this thing. Obviously, we'll take a closer look at the actual cabinet itself. So there's not much room to fit 2 controllers on here. So what they did is on the back there, you can open this up. And here it is. That's pretty sweet, right? But the thing is, it does come with a connection cable, like a micro USB, USB connection cable. So if it's not plugged in, there's no Bluetooth. It's not just automatically connected. I kind of wish it was Bluetooth, where you can play it like more, not wirelessly, I suppose. But what's cool is if you have a wired PS4 controller, if you have a wired Xbox One controller, you can actually use those as well. There's 2 USB ports on the back. I believe the top player is player 1, second player is player 2, or vice versa, one of the two. Has a charging station. It is 90 minutes of battery life, so it has a lithium rechargeable battery, which is great. 90 minutes isn't that long, really, to hold a charge. Fortunately, it is rechargeable. You can always just keep it plugged in via USB. But 90 minutes, I'm kind of surprised it doesn't last longer than that. But the controller is great. I mean, you have the different buttons, right? And then here, front here, you have to add credits. You push right here. There's a volume on the very top. This is a power button in the back. Obviously storage where you can put the controller. It does come with some miniature like tokens that aren't usable, but they're more just there for looks. This actually opens up as well for storage. Additional storage where you want to put, and this opens up as well. You can change the dip switching on here. I'll show you how to get to that here in a second. We'll show you some gameplay. But without any further ado, let's take a closer look. What are some other games you'd like to see, some arcade games? I know they just recently did a Kickstarter for, I think it was Dragon's Lair, which is awesome. I backed that. Great game, another classic, and definitely unique. I think what's kind of unique about Replicating what they're doing is each game has like a unique control. So you have Centipede with the roller ball. You have Tempest with kind of the track thing where you have to use controllers. This is obviously joystick, and even Dragon's Lair plays with different controls too. So pretty sweet. Let's take a closer look at some gameplay. For me personally, other games I'd love to see on here would be a miniature Star Wars Atari. Would be kind of hard with the yoke controller, but really cool to see that. I'd love to see Tapper, Root Beer Tapper, or even Budweiser Tapper if you can get the license for that. That'd be sweet. I'd love to see Joust, which is another amazing arcade game. There's so many games out there I'd love to see. I'd even love to see them even do a take on like some miniature pinball machines. I think that'd be sweet. Adam's Family, etc. Be awesome. So it's really cool to bring this back. I feel like arcades are coming back. Arcade games are coming back, right? Because at least for me locally, where I live, there's a bunch of new, what they call barcades opening up, like bars and arcades opening up. Not only that, but you've got Arcade 1-Up, which are doing the miniature, not this quite miniature, but they're doing like the 1/3 scale arcades, right? You can build your own, get them at Walmart, etc. These are obviously hidden lines, so I feel like arcades are kind of making a comeback, arcade games, which I think is an awesome thing. What do you guys think? Anyway, let's take a closer look, guys. I'll get right into it, and thanks for watching. Okay, so here's a closer look. I also want to show you here. These are the mini tokens. There's 4 of them. I'm not quite sure what you really do with these. I'm going to put them in the bottom here for storage, because otherwise I can see them getting really easily lost without those. This is for credits. You hit this for credit. This is to go to the option menu. And from the option menu, you have game selection, so you can hit that. Hit the red button here. You can go do Street Fighter 2 Championship Edition or Street Fighter 2 Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo. Let's start with this one first. Okay. So I guess one thing is, if you already have the game loaded, it's not going to do anything. So if I were to pick this, it's going to load. But since I already have Street Fighter 2 Championship Edition on here, we'll just go ahead and return. This is game selection. You go to a difficulty, change difficulty. Right now, it's set to 4, normal. You make it more easy or more difficult, whatever you prefer. See, okay. You also have switch, player 1, player 2 switch, on or off. Marquee, I can turn the light on or off. That's another thing cool. Let me show you. The marquee is on. It's sweet, lit up marquee. You can adjust the backlit, make it super bright. I can, obviously the more you end up having it, the brighter it is. Basically, the brighter it is, the more the battery will drain. Okay, we'll keep it kind of somewhat in the middle. Okay, we'll go back. It's got nice speakers. It's got dual speakers. There's 2 speakers in the very back here. You can see. Okay, here's a volume. So right now it's let's turn it on. Let's power it up. That's max volume. To give you an example. The controls actually handle pretty well. Here's a closer look at what the actual control, the second player controller looks like. I like Ryu. He's one of my favorites. Yeah, okay, that works good. Come on. Game is so classic. I should be dead. Oh, wait, is he dizzy? Yep, here you go, watch. Dang, I should be dead right there. But anyway, that was lucky. Let's go and switch game. Takes a couple seconds to load. All this is original artwork from the original arcade. Even the side, you have it. Pretty cool. They did a great job to make it look like old school. Replicate the new one, hence the name Replicating. Let's add some credits. Do the normal speed. You have Cammy and T-Hawk and your DJ and who's the other, Fei Long? Yep. Let's do Lair. Now there's no setting changes on this one. On Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo, there's no setting changes, unfortunately. Turn the volume down a little bit. Oh, dang. He's killing me. Oh. Dang, he killed me. It definitely plays faster on the Super Nintendo port, which I'm more used to be honest. Come on. Oh yeah, the fire one too. I forgot that. Nice. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. We'll see you guys soon. I'll have another video up here shortly. And take care. Game on.